Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my social media detox guide, a guide on bettering your life and reprogramming your mind. All right. Now for the people who own some sort of type of business or they do their business online, then pay no attention to this video. All right. This is an exemption for you. You don't have to listen to what I have to say. But for the people who are on social media, scrolling through Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all these social media platforms, we need to be on some sort of social media detox, okay? We can't be distracted. We can't get distracted. We have to focus on our purpose, our goals, dreams, aspirations. All right, we need to be focusing on ourselves and focusing on our well-being. So we need to be taking some sort of social media break and being on a social media detox, okay? Stick around to the end of the video and let's go ahead and get started. Number one, delete all social media apps. Now, the first thing we need to do is delete all social media apps. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all these social media platforms that serve no purpose for us whatsoever, including dating apps. Dating apps, we need to delete all dating apps. They serve no purpose. They're a waste of time, okay? We need to be focusing on our purpose, focus on our dreams, tapping in with ourselves. And for the people who are able to stay off these social media platforms without deleting the apps, then go right ahead. You don't have to delete all the apps. But I've noticed that when you're not on these certain platforms for a very long time, they start to send out these notifications saying this person is going live, or they recommend you follow this person. It's a trap. They try to get you to get distracted, to get back on these platforms. Okay, so make sure to turn off these notifications. Turn off all notifications from these apps that you are using, and make sure that you are deleting all these apps as well for the people who are doing this for the very first time. All right, so delete all social media apps if you can. Number two, reduce excess blue light. Now, the blue light comes from these screens that we look at constantly throughout our daily lives, such as TV screens, cell phone screens, laptop, tablets. We need to reduce that excess blue light because it messes with our pineal gland. So if you're working on a computer, if you have an occupation where you're constantly in front of a computer, install a software or app or program to eliminate that blue light. Okay, and make sure when you're going to bed to stay off any type of screen, stay off your phone, stay away from the TV before you go to sleep, because it can mess up your circadian rhythm. It could, mess up your eyes, mess it with your head. So we need to be staying away from these screens, from these digital screens at all times throughout our daily life. Number three would be read books. Now, I encourage all people to read books. I know a lot of people don't read books nowadays, but I encourage people to read books every once in a while. Find a subject, anything that you enjoy doing, anything that you like, any subjects that interest you. You could be reading books on, astrology, space, cooking, sports, fitness, anything that you're interested in. Always be reading books. All right. Not only does books increase your knowledge and wisdom, it improves cognitive focus, and it lengthens your attention span, it improves your mood, all that. And if you're having trouble sleeping at night, read a book. Read a book before you go to sleep. It'll help you go to sleep, because I've done that plenty of times and I was able to, to fall asleep quick. So always be reading books, because books can be beneficial to the brain and the mind and overall well-being. So number four will be start a business. And I also encourage people to start a business as well, because you don't want to be working a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life. You don't want to be working for somebody else. You don't want to make somebody else rich. You don't want to make this certain company rich. Okay, you want to have your own platform. You want to have your own business. Okay, so I encourage everyone to start their own business, whether it be, a YouTube channel. You can start your own YouTube channel. You can make your own podcast, start up your own podcast, form a financial business, anything that you want to do. Always have your own platform, always have your own craft, and always have your own business, because you want to have that financial freedom, don't you? You want to have that. You want to have that. You want to be able to work on your own time, right? So always invest in your own business. Invest the money that you got and invest into your own business. All right, invest in stocks, Bitcoin, all of that. You want to be able to have your own platform. You want to be able to have your own freedom. Okay, you don't want to be working for somebody else. All right, you probably don't even know the owner of the company that you work for, or you probably don't get along with your coworkers. So always invest your time and your money in something that you want to do, such as your own business or your own platform. Number 5, find a hobby. Now, when you're not investing your time in your business or your platform, find a hobby to do. You know, if you like sports, go play basketball, football, baseball. Go outside in nature and play whatever sport that you like. If you like cooking, form your own recipes. Look up some recipes on how to cook. If you like doing yoga, you like exercising, find a hobby that you enjoy doing. Find something that you love and enjoy doing, because it will make you happy overall. All right, you're able to express your creativity. It'll express your outgoing personality. Always find a hobby and always find something to do. Okay, always be in motion, always be in constant motion, moving your body, doing something creative, expressing yourself through your hobbies. All right, so find a hobby to do and stick with that. Number 6, get some nature. Now, I always encourage people to go outside and get some nature. All right, you need to be connected with Mother Earth. You need to be connected with the outside world, instead of this virtual reality that we live in. All right, ground your feet in the ground, in the grass. Be connected with the source. Be connected with Mother Earth. So I always look at it like this, right? You ever realize when you're in this certain room, like in your house or you're at work or something, and you're in this, all rooms are a square shaped, right? You're in this square prism, this square matrix, and you feel all compacted, and that's how these rooms make you feel. That's how this square shape makes you feel. That's why you get forms of stress, anxiety, depression, because you're in this room constantly. Now, the only place that doesn't contain shapes and lines and squares and all that is nature, right? Because nature forms no lines or shapes. So that's why you always feel good when you're out in nature, right? So it's always important to be in nature, all right? You can reap the benefits of experiencing the fresh air, having fresh air when you're going through nature, having inner peace within yourself while communing in nature. If you're working out or doing any type of physical activity outside, you're able to exercise your muscles. So it's always good to be out in nature, getting sunlight, getting that energy from the sunlight, and being grounded in nature, being grounded in Mother Earth. Number 7 will be travel. Now, it's always good to travel every once in a while, right? You could be traveling, once or twice a year. You don't have to stay, where you're at. You don't have to stay in your house the whole time. It's always good to travel, meet people from all walks of life, from different cultures, religions, all that, all walks of life. You could go to a different state, go to a different city, go out the country if you can. It always makes you feel good to be able to travel and meet new people. All right, to discover the world. You're able to discover who you truly are once you start exploring the world. Go out to the beach, go on a cruise, do anything outside. You can go on a road trip, car trip, anything. Just be out, always traveling. Traveling always makes you feel good. So I recommend everyone to travel. Traveling is good for the mind, body, and soul. Number 8, make mindfulness a mindset. Now, you always want to be mindful within yourself. You always want to be mindful all the time. You don't want to dwell on the past and be like, oh, I should have done this differently. Or what if I done this? Or the outcome would have been a whole lot different. You don't want to be dwelling on the future. Let's say you're about to present something. You're about to present something at work, like a project or something, or present something at school. You don't want to be having these thoughts lingering in your mind saying, oh, what if I mess up? What if I do this? What if I do that? Da 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 da. You don't want to be thinking about any of that. You want to stay in the present moment. All right. If we keep our heads in the present moment, it'll lead us to not be judgmental, to be neutral and act in a non-judgmental way. So it's always important to be mindful of what you're doing, mindful of who you interact with, not to be judgmental. Always want to be mindful, not have these negative thoughts lingering in your mind. You always want to be mindful, okay? Have a mindful soul, have a mindful presence all the time. Number 9, check in with yourself daily. Always want to check in with yourself. Always want to, notice how you feel. Any type of negative thoughts you're thinking about, or you're thinking positive thoughts. Are you listening to the person that's talking to you? Are you letting judgment fog up and clog your memory, clog your mind? You always want to check in with yourself all the time. Ask yourself, how are you feeling? How are you feeling on this day? What are you thinking about? Why are you thinking about these certain things? You always want to check in with yourself. Always want to make sure you're feeling okay. And yeah, always check in with yourself all the time. So this is my social media detox guide to bettering your life and reprogramming your mind. Number 1, delete all social media apps. 2, reduce excess blue light. 3, read books. 4, start a business. 5, find a hobby. 6, get some nature. 7, travel. 8, make mindfulness a mindset. And number 9, check in with yourself daily. Hope this video has helped you out. And remember, guys, take it one step at a time. If you're starting your social media detox, take it one day at a time. It don't have to be this long extended break. Start with a few days, then extend it to 2 weeks, then a month, then a year. Do whatever is comfortable for you. It's depending on your goals and what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to do. So always make sure to take it one step at a time. Take your time, because mental health is important. It's above anything else. Always pay attention to your mental health, because mental health above anything else. All right? So till next time, and always remember, all power resides from within, and always keep the faith, because God and the universe is always working for you. Take care, guys, and God bless.